Why'd you stop? It's like, hey, yeah, next guy. Oh, look at him. Oh. Thanks a lot. My therapist has a whole bunch of stuff to work on now. Anyway, so I was on a date recently. And that wasn't really and we were doing that thing where you talk about the top 5. You know, not talking about the porn thing, but like the top 5 celebrities that you like have sex with.
Sure.
And well, Ricardo does it all the time. Yeah. So we're like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how women think about this, but for some reason, when men think about this, we get very selective. You know, it's like you start discarding people like you don't even want to be seen on the street. Like, Jennifer Aniston, no! Or Angelina Jolie, Courtney Cox, Kelly Ripa, whatever, you know? Rebecca Romaine, like, no fucking way. Whereas we all know is if any one of them walked up to you in person and was like, I want to suck your cock right now, and fuck the shit out of you. You'd be like, yes, please.
Yes.
And you grab their head and point it toward the promised land faster than you could say money shot.
Promised land.
But for some reason we get very picky about this. So we're sitting there talking about it, and I'm like, I already had some of it in mind because we've all played this game before. So I'm like, Heidi Klum, and
we all know.
We're very happy together. In my head. Carmen Electra. Wow. Yeah. Kate Beckinsale. Gonna keep it international a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jessica.
Alba.
No.
Bill.
Not Jessica Simpson either.
Bill.
Like I had sex with Jessica Simpson. Yeah, I would. I'd like to do her just for the money shot, you know what I mean? But no, somebody else said Jessica Biel. Yes, we were looking for Jessica Biel. So anyway, that's 4. So I'm like, I'm trying to think of the 5th one. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just throwing them out there, get this over with. Which is kind of like sex. You're like, I'll just get this over with. And so I'm like, I have to admit, I've never seen the show, but I've seen this girl on TV a lot. She's on those Proactive commercials. Blonde hair. She was on Dancing with the Stars. Real cute girl. She's like really young. Her name's Julianne Hough. So I had just seen her in a commercial. I'm like, Julianne Hough. She's really cute. I could write Shakespearean sonnets about this girl's beauty. Totally want to bang her, you know what I'm saying? So I say Julianne Hough, and my date looks at me and she's like, are you serious? She's like 19. You're 37. And I calmly look at her and I say, what's your fucking point? I'm like, okay, let me put it this way. This is what I said to her. Let me put it this way. When I'm 70 and I'm playing this game, you think I'm gonna be naming 70-year-olds? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna be naming 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, maybe 40-year-olds if I'm feeling frisky. I mean, there was a 2-year-old that I've had my eye on for a year now. Oh yeah, don't do that. Come on, you see this, if you saw this girl, you'd want to fuck the shit out of her when she turns 18. Oh, I'm the asshole in the place. I crossed the line, okay. Moving on though, real quick. I want to talk about religion for a second. I might piss some people off here, but hey, I have the microphone, so whatever. Christmas is coming up next week, as we all know. And I was thinking the other day about Santa Claus. And if you think about it, Santa Claus, or let me put it this way, God, or whatever you want to call him, is kind of like the adult version of Santa Claus. I mean, think about it. I obviously, you're like, what the fuck? When you're a kid and you're good, gotta be good all year, can't have an off day. What do you get at Christmas? Presents. Yay! Santa brought me some presents. If you're an adult and you're good, what happens? You get to go to heaven. This magical, mystical place up in the sky, right? So, conversely, if you're bad as a kid, what happens? You're on the naughty list. Santa has a little naughty list. Now, some of you women might be thinking, oh, that sounds pretty good. That's not what I'm talking about. What happens when you're on the naughty list as a kid? You get a
lump of coal.
The lump of coal, yes. You've obviously been on that list, yes. When you're an adult and you're bad, you don't go to heaven, you go to hell, yes, where you become a lump of coal. See the correlation here. It's like a foreshadowing. It's not good. So, you know, going to hell doesn't sound too fun. You're sitting around all day burning. But heaven is nice, you know? Heaven, pearly gates. Why do they have gates around heaven, by the way? You know, is it like a gated community?
Yes.
It's like a fortress. I mean, can you just see it like, you know, St. Peter's out there with his posse, and he's like, get back! Get the fuck back! You can't come in! I remember what you did in 1962. You stole that guy's wallet. You cheated on your husband 14 times in one day! So it's like, what the fuck, you know? So you're sitting around in hell, that's gotta suck. Just burning. Playing poker with Satan. And you know you're always losing. Because I mean, it's Satan. You know he cheats at poker. And you're finally, you're like, Satan, man, what the fuck, dude? You gotta be cheating. You keep kicking my ass at poker. He's like, I'm the devil. So yeah, I should have figured that out in hell anyway, right? So what would be fun is like, get the hell out of there and like, be one of those people banging on the gates. I mean, they have gates for a reason. I'm just trying to be logical here, you know? So, you know, maybe it'll be like cool to be like, oh, can I clock out for a second? Can I take a break? I want to go up to heaven and bang on the gates and freak him out. Or maybe, you know, actually maybe Satan even has like a field trip every month. Let's go up to heaven. We're gonna freak him out. You know, and he's like, he picks people like you. He has a list. They all have lists. You know, like Santa has a list. Satan has a list. Their names are almost the same. Go with me here, people. Come on. So he's like, oh, I got picked this month. I get to go up to heaven and freak him out. So you're up there banging away. Let me in. St. Peter's like, no, you can't come in. Like, why not? He's like, well, you've been playing poker with Satan for the last 17 years. You're not doing very well, by the way. And you're currently banging on the gates of heaven and yelling obscenities at me. I'm not really a big fan of that. And you stole a ho-ho in 5th grade in the cafeteria. Like, that's it? That's all you got? So you're like, come on, let me in. And you're banging away and it's a mad rush. And then you look over next to you and like, Santa Claus is sitting right there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, they won't let me in either. Like, what did you do? He's like, they said I was impersonating a deity. I don't know. Oh, somebody didn't like that one. Alright, so real quick before we finish, you guys like impressions? Yeah! Over there. I like to do, I do one impression. The coolest actor on the planet. His name was Christopher Walken. Now, usually I like to throw him in a movie with like a famous movie line, but I had an idea the other day. I was like, what if Christopher Walken was in the Beatles? How weird would that be, huh? You know, I'm not talking like the LSD Beatles. I'm talking about the early day Beatles, where they're like bobbing their heads around, you know, I want to hold your hand. So, imagine if Christopher Walken was the lead singer of the Beatles and they're playing, you guys know that song, I Should Have Known Better?
Yes.
Yeah. I Should Have Known Better.
Yeah.
You know. So just imagine like, you know, they're back there and Paul's got his little bass going and George is bobbing his head and John whips out his harmonica and they start jamming a song. Christopher Walken is the lead singer. So John breaks it out, he's like, I should have known better than with a girl like you. But I love everything you do. I do. Hey. I do. Meanwhile, Paul and John are looking at you going, what the fuck is he doing? I can't keep time with this lad. I don't know where he's going with this. They look back and Ringo's like, don't look at me, man. I can't keep time anyway. I'm just happy to be in the band. This party goes like backstage. I'm just happy to be a Beatle. Ringo's going to get his freak on tonight.